pretty hard counters Doom, and as well as, Alchemist. It was one of the reasons Liquid started picking it up quite recently. This old fuzzy bear. Jenkins, once he starts getting those swipes up on him, my god, that Scorched Earth just does not matter.
It's gonna be pretty calm here. It's gonna hang out with Santa Claus in the pit. Claus with the CLAWS. Should say that when you hover over him. That'd be so good. But anyway.
30 seconds.
We might actually finally get a rune battle. This is like our first real one. We had a jungle battle earlier.
I don't know what Ziz is up to in this Roche pit. Frozen scouting out. He got boots first. Looks pretty quick on his feet. Yep. Enemy. They know something's up here because they're going all the way up to the north to that top rune spot. They don't want a part of this. They don't want to fight here. Should be getting the bounty rune down at bottom lane, and Slayer, the one towards mid. Hey, look at this Dragon Knight. 525 gold. He's now pretty much one creep away from his bottle. The tick gold will send him there quickly enough anyway, while the Null Talisman on Chibi means the bottle's going to come a lot later. The spam from Breathe Fire, the level 3 on DK, it's going to come a little bit sooner.
I wonder if Nusham will the same thing we saw earlier where we had like Spearbreaker just charging in to wear him down. Like if you see the first level in the Breathe Fire, you might just be like, okay, this is worth harassing because it's not going to have the Dragon's Blood yet. But there's that bottle right away as you're talking about. So Chibi, he needs to be very consistent in his harass. Like we've all seen this new Dragonite now, insane it is. And if you haven't, like, be prepared, but take a lot of tactical lane presence here by Chibi to keep this one in his favor.
3, 6, 9, 12. Insane amounts of AP regen. Now bottom lane Ziz a lot of damage from the triple Iron Shell that was out from Sovereign, so Hassel has to throw the heals out already to just try to juggle it up. Bottle arrives for Slayer. And this is the big thing. Now go and start trading hits with the Wind Ranger relatively efficiently with Breathe Fire up.
They're on frozen bottom, but
bottom, surge back, frozen.
Got surged out.
Safety, and the Iron Shells just keep coming out from this Darks here, honestly. Been kicked around by Nusham a tiny bit, but Frozen's here with that Void. Look at that, Nusham. filthy Earth Spirit picker.
Look at that, guys. All you need to do is play 5 professional games with Earth Spirit and you can be second all time. And you'll be tied with Jared. Look, just win 3 of them too, you know? Do okay and you can take that nice little mantle piece yourself for second.
So much more Earth Spirit when the patch came out. It's like, oh god, Earth Spirit's in the patch. And now everyone's whining about Boca.
That change to pull just completely gutted the hero, honestly. Like, I just don't even... Earth Spirit is, like, balanced at this point, honestly. I'm not even that scared of him. I'm sure it'll start looking better when players get better at him and everything, but... It was that pull that was just so gross. Just, like, ruined so many days.
It's basically the swap without any issues. Oh, Jenkins.
Yeah.
Swipes coming in, BSJ. Get a few more hits onto this Gander King Doom, and there's another clap, the cooldown on that. Jenkins duking around the little tower here, and BSJ has to run, but that first blood will go to Loomdon. Doctor.
Alright, well, here is where they might run into a couple issues, is that I think it's going to be a little bit harder for the dire side to control runes, because you're getting a little bit of push actually on the bottom. You'd think with the Darks here, they'd be pushing their way, but there's no one who's going to be actually, you know, guaranteeing these runes here for Slayer, and maybe they'll just do constant bottle crows is what it looks like for now.
Yeah, guys, it's cold in Berlin. It's cold. I'm using the desert pack, the desert map, because, you know, I want to feel warm. It's also a lot cleaner, I feel. Everything sort of looks nicer. I like the desert. Desert is nice. Mid lane, Chibi. Waiting for Nusham to come in.
Not gonna happen.
Looks like Earth Spirit actually wants to get involved in that mid lane. Quelling Blade up for Dragon Knight. That's kind of interesting, actually. Quelling Blade.
He's an Iron Talon jungle, man.
Hell yeah. Go and take down some neutral creeps over in the jungle, no problem. The thing is though, Jenkins, sure enough you got that Sato giving you the nice juicy HP regen, but Loomdon is forcing him out of lane time and time again. Mid kick onto Slayer, roll forward, but the TP reaction here from the Witch Doctor is ready. Hanks through a bit of that power shot as well. Heals Slayer up a decent amount, Bottle arrives again, and Slayer, this mid lane for the Dragon Knight, 16-1. He was keeping pace with the Wind Ranger really nicely, up until the last wave or so.
Well, he will at least get himself a rune this time. Pretty big deal. To stay in the mid lane while the Witch Doctor just soaks up. And Newsham not finding that success that he was finding in the previous game in terms of the overall movement and everything. But now, with the nighttime here as well, maybe he might see a little bit of counter-initiation action if they want to get aggressive on bottom.
It's like they don't have the damage on bottom because of the Dazzle pick. They don't have anywhere to kill him with Dragon Knight because he's so tanky and deal with the Breathe Fire damage reduction, Dragon Blood. And then up on top lane, the Witch Doctor Cask makes it almost impossible for Newsham to gank up here with Jenkins. For every lane Newsham goes to, it's like obstacle, obstacle, obstacle. There's nothing he can do to change this, unless enemy makes a mistake. Newsham has to kind of wait and be ready to TP and react to someone. Or maybe bait BSJ up into this fight at top. It's bottom lane, where his Darkseer is farming away pretty nicely. Night Stalker, close level 3, but first Knight, see where he heads to. He's running out, he's got clarities. Clarity up, he runs towards the Dazzle to try and kill him off though. It's the Flying Zebra Dazzle's level 4.
Yeah, they've actually been, there have been some pulls coming over from enemy over onto that hard camp, but each time they have to abandon it, and so they're actually like getting the jungle farm on top of Flying Zebra and Zizzy, and so they're still obviously taking a pretty big lead in terms of the EXP with Frozen still stuck at level 2. And they're not abusing this camp as much as I thought they would, honestly. They just keep iron shelling the creeps, and Frozen doesn't seem to be really contributing much down here.
They were annoying for the first couple of levels. At this point, Dazzle Jug, they're dealing with it decently. Maybe they'll look to go towards them now. No, Frozen's just trying to zone them out a bit. Up at top though, Newsham has been spotted. Boulder. Done, gets this way. Where do you roll? He rolls into the Witch Doctor and straight into BSJ. Earthshock into death. As long as he can keep getting the hits in there, kick forward will stun up the Witch Doctor and delay the inevitable a little bit. So gets the kill in the end. And what's he got now? Hand of Midas Ursa.
Well, as Lurker's pointing out there, he does have the most matches this patch, so he's looking now for the golden greed here. It's a little bit interesting. I guess obviously aiming for a later stage of the game. The Dragon Knight Night Stalker on the team. A little bit unusual.
I wonder if the DK thinks about Midas of his own. Because at this point he could have treads. Usually it's like treads, we've seen a lot of Shadow Blades, NY, tread drums used to be a pretty popular build. But he saved up 1,000 gold. I've got a feeling he's going to go for Midas as well.
That would be really strange.
Age would be disappointed.
Not sure. I don't really know why. Do they feel like they can't push into them right now? Like, Doom's only level 5. It's not like he had an amazing start. Newsham's not a high level. You don't have the magnetized backfire. You aren't going to have a Morbid Mask for an early Roshan when you're actually able to put on some map pressure. This seems like a really weird item choice to me. It wasn't even like it was that early. It wasn't like it was like 3.5 minutes or something where you're like, okay, you have to get Midas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a decent timing, but I think you're right. Dragon Knight does go for the tread, so he's going to tank top and go for a pretty regular build. Damage down onto that tier 1 towards the mid. Midas Ursa. Give you experience, get you to level 11 a little bit faster? I don't know, it's an odd one. Usually you think of Ursa and you're like, right, early aggression. Phase, blink, abyssal, just go and run at people. Get the kills, get an early Roshan. Go and take map objectives. People off as often as you can, but I guess BSJ in this role is going to be more of the heavy farmer. Different and secondary, tertiary items a little bit faster. Maybe you want to tie it up a little bit better with the Darkseer as well. Because he's just picked up his Arcane Boots. If he can get Arcane's Mech Blink, and then you hit that timing with the Ursa having Midas plus Phase Blink, you all come together at once, and might be what they're looking at. If Ursa is this far ahead, and he gets those key items we often look towards the Ursa to have, the initiation tools and the ways to actually fight, but if his team's not ready, what's the point in having them? If Darkseer doesn't have a mech.
We used to see that sometimes if like a was dominating their lane, like back in the day. They would just grab a Midas even before Blink Dagger. Like, we saw a lot of Blink then Midas. I don't want to run into this gank here. Ah, what a change, eh? He can actually do stuff now. And he just walks in just past the tower. He'll freely run back. But again, it's just like, what can you really achieve with those items? I can understand that sentiment if that's what he's going for, so hopefully he'll be able to keep up with what he's had. I mean, obviously already back up to 1600 gold, can start heading into those items as they do immediately get that level 6 kill, the classic Juggernaut.
Keeping my eyes on Shibby. I just felt his dive was coming. I thought Slayer would push a little bit further forward onto the Wind Ranger. But Shibby holding tier 1, making sure that the push doesn't come in too thick and fast. There's people saying that SJ always goes Midas Ursa. We didn't see it in the previous game. I mean, that's definitely not always. But is this maybe a common thing that he does?
No.
Well,
I disagree.
Twitch chat, liars, pants on fire. Get out. Bot lane, Sovereign. He did drop to that Juggernaut ultimate. Ziz. Deep gun, actually. Phase boots and straight into the battlefield. We've seen him do this. Jenkins has his Doom, though. Level 6. Doombringer with Nusham on this Earth Spirit. They're looking for a pick. Don't know if Dragonite's the one, but the Shackle Shot not latching. Focus Fire and the kick all missing. Slayer is trapped up and snared and doomed. But the Dragonite is tanky as all hell. With Loomdon actually started up, he's still got the cast to throw out and the Voodoo Restoration. He's going to Mango up, heal Slayer up. And that cast bounces between the Doom and the Earth Spirit. Running out now is the Dazzle. Escape as quickly as you can. So the first ultimate from Doom, pretty much wasted.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So I just want to point out that in his 219 Ursa games ever in pubs, this is pubs, which I assume you're all talking about, because he also has bought it in pros, he has bought 8 Midases ever on Ursa.
Yeah.
So don't believe everything you read in Twitch chat. Does not always buy Midas.
Get wrecked, whoever you were.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Trying to sell things off as fact. I have stats, people. 2 of them. 2. And a bottom lane. What on earth is going over there? Dazzle stunned up, held in place, and even the wall drop from Sovereign. Double Iron Shell from the Darkseer will secure a kill on the Dazzle. Bad. Question is, does this turn into a tier 1 push? Can they take the tier 1 tower?
Radiant's middle
plenty of
tower
duration
is
left
under
here.
attack.
You got the Iron Shell to push the waves, slap it on top of your Dragonite. What's the recourse here? Like, the Omni Slash is backup, which could be a little bit risky. Shivy, he has the TP phase boots. Yeah, I don't know. It could go bad. So they gotta be risky. Or they gotta be, rather they don't want to be risky, especially that ward too. And make the right decision by backing out.
And Ziz was thinking about Omni Slash onto the Darkseer there. Maybe could have killed him, but the surge away from Sovereign. Nice and healthy. ESJ, Midas, BOTs. Okay. Okay, Ursa.
Erlini build.
I mean, see where he goes with it. Nushim will spot out Sovereign here. Darkseer is scouted by the Earth Spirit, and in comes Shivy with a stun into Shackle, but they'll pick up a juicy kill on this Darkseer. No issues with that one. But they need to start taking control of this Roche area, because they know that BSJ is going to start hiding off the map at some point. In fact, he's doing that right now. He went back to Fountain, has a Mango up on him. Where's he going? Looking for the kill on bot, try and finish off Ziz.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dun 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 dun. I mean, I don't know, Blink Dagger or something. It's just like, gonna keep on farming. I assume we're just gonna see, like, now that he has the Grave Aquila, I guess you just go back, right? You now go for the Helm of the Dominator, you go for the SNY. And keep on going.
Hellstrom Wind Ranger. I've not seen that in quite some time.
Especially at first.
Yeah. We used to see it a fair amount when she was like super far behind and you needed that item to kind of catch up, give you team fight potential, give you a bit of damage, bit of farming speed, split push, you know, it's just the good all-around efficient item, sort of gold damage or gold efficiency wise. Oh, Jenkins, the timing! See, he's out. The smoke gank was coming in from enemy, and where is he actually headed? Towards mid. I don't know if the call came saying, let's go towards Roshan, because BSJ is in there. The Morbid Mask up, he pops Mango, and he's going to take this Aegis, no issues, no questions asked. Roshan dies in Leviathan. Cannot get there in time as Loomdon. Poked up again, ready and waiting for his teammates to come. Help him out towards mid, but BSJ, he's having none of it. Midas into jungle. Now, maybe push down towards bottom lane. Loomdon. Be in from Ursa, BOTs, BSJ looking for Jenkins. The clap is there, but the stun from Earth Spirit will hold them in place. Death towards from Loomdon. Good amount of damage, but it's not enough to kill off Jenkins. This Ursa just keeps charging people down. But the healing ward
Radiant structures
Fight itself as a
are
target for
fortified.
Ursa to take instead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they snag the kill up as well
Radiant's
on
top
Sovereign,
tower
so
has
get the
fallen.
hell out of there. Okay, well, Helm of the Dominator probably gonna be the next item again, as we said. Probably just go back to the same build as last time, and it's looking pretty good.
Keep missing kills on this Darkseer. I just don't expect him to be pushed that far forward. But up on top lane, Slayer is the one doomed up. That ulti from Newsham cast bounces between the two of them, and Slayer turns to fight with the stun available and the breeze fire. They'll get 2 kills here. Newsham and Jenkins, they thought they were on to a secure, easy kill. DK with level 3 Dragon Blood, 9 HP regen per
Dire's
second.
bottom tower
How much
is
damage
under
does Doom
attack.
do per second? 20 pure damage. So you're mitigating half of Doom. As in the Voodoo
Yeah,
Restoration,
I
Doom
call that
does no
pretty good.
damage.
Who needs an AA, honestly?
Crazy. But yes,
Oh my
Jake,
God.
you were right. Dominator again. Guess after this, blink into BKB maybe. Blink into... I don't know, blink into Hex seems good here, or blink into
Radiant
Abyssal.
structures
Just go for that
are
lockdown you need. Then you can jump onto Dazzle, Wind Ranger, Jug, someone like that. Shackle shot onto BSJ. They've got no Doom. I'll get the clap into him, and this Ursa will drop the first time. Unless he turns and fights like this. Pop Sculptor, Jenkins Grave, the BSJ. There's the Aegis gone. Slayer threw into them. Let's try and safeguard the Ursa as much as they can. The Shackle shot will not catch the
Dire's
tree
top
behind
tower
him.
is under attack.
BSJ. Fight. It's time to fight. Dr. Cask and the Death Ward doesn't last too long as Boombat is now stunned and shackled, but the rest of the team is in here. BSJ damage output. The Furious Swipe stacking up. Another ulti from Newsham. It's a stun and silence though as Ziz. Omni Slash level 2 available. Just needs to get onto a target. Find someone. Help him. Enemy.
Radiant's bottom
Split well.
tower is
Doom for
under
Witch
attack.
Doctor. Good trade. I'd love to take that tier 1 though.
Well, we're now, what, 15, 16 minutes in. They have 2 tier 1s down. As the Dragon Knight, we have the Midas that was purchased, and now going back to those other items. Trying to figure out how this is, like, gonna come together for Enemy. Like, obviously they already have one Roshan down. Gonna be looking towards the next one. And then how is... Like, can they... Obviously they have to work around nighttime, they have to
Dire's
work around
bottom
DK,
tower is
ulti.
under attack.
Kind of reminiscent of the complexity game earlier with relocate and a spirit. So not sure the mech's ready. A lot of items are ready to go here. As the time pushes on longer, obviously this Battle Fury is going to scale higher on the Juggernaut. You're going to be getting the higher items up on Newsham. He's proved before that he likes to get those luxury items, and of course with Shivy with the Maelstrom leading into Aghanim Scepter, he's even farming decently well against all this wave push in as well. So I'm actually feeling a little bit better about Leviathan's chances than I think the graph reflects. Obviously they are down, okay, so it's not ideal, but I don't think it's as necessarily as bad as it looks. Do you kind of feel the same way?
I don't know. I'm kind of torn here. Like I get what you're saying, and I know that the Juggernaut with Battle Fury, the Wind Ranger is starting to stack up, and they've got a good spread of gold across them. Whereas on the Dire, it's like Ursa. But if he gets shackled up like this, if he gets locked in and stunned, he's not gonna die just yet. But there's always this threat. If one more hero was there, one more, he actually just died straight up. I like the Midas on PSG though. It is working out pretty nicely for them. Chibi has overstepped his bounds massively to the wall and Death Ward. He just wanted a little teddy bear. Take him home. On middle lane, Slayer, Dragon form up, but Ziz has already spun to TP away.
Structures are fortified.
I just want to go back to the Midas though on Ursa. Because if we look at it, I think it's worked out kind of like I said, you know, the Midas has allowed him to go Midas BOT's Helm Blink. If he hadn't got the Midas, he'd be on like, you know, Phase Blink Helm here,
Dire's top
something like that.
tower has fallen.
So the Midas has allowed him to go for sort of plus half an item, but also time well into level 15, nearly level 16, and then the Darkseer has mech, arcanes, and halfway to blink. So this all kind of meshes well. That one big burst of team fight for next night. I think next night is where we really see Enemy come into their own. But that's dependent on what the Night Stalker goes next, because he's got 2,000 gold, and I honestly hope he doesn't go for a Midas himself. Please, just go into Ags.
Yeah, I hope. But it is only, like, it's not even 20 minutes, so I'd say it's actually probably more likely he grabs a Midas here. It's, well, I always tend to see. I agree with you in the sense that I'm not sure it's the best. Okay, maybe this SNY. Maybe he'll go for the Agnems. Nope, Midas.
Wrong!
Everyone just does it.
I mean,
That's how it goes.
okay, he gets to level 11, he gets to level 16, fair enough. I mean, he's not going to farm anywhere else on the map. I just felt that with the fact it's 19 minutes in and he had such a nice amount of farm, that you can't go for that timing. GK is going to be getting closer and closer to level 16. I guess he's just hit level 11, so it's not that close actually. Ursa, what do you head into next now? I like Hex, I like Abyssal. Do you have any other favorite items here for an Ursa?
A lot of it depends on the supports. Probably not this game. I really like the Diffusal Blade because you'll often see yourself get countered similar to how Juggernaut does with the Ghost Scepters and stuff. So Diffusal Blade's really nice now without that cooldown. It can be really good for chasing down people and purging off the Ghost Scepter, obviously. So you can get some right clicks off. But Abyssal is pretty solid. I think BSJ is also known to get quite a few sheeps in his time. And so Abyssal Sheep, either one I think is pretty good.
Another Battle Fury into Blink for Ziz here. Please, barely. Maybe he did see a Loomed on there, maybe not. But Witch Doctor's such a juicy target for him. Ziz TPing towards mid. Might see another smoke from mid as BSJ jumps on the Jenkins. The grave there, though, from the Dazzle. And BSJ has jumped in, no Aegis, nothing here to save him. He has gone hyper-aggressive into the middle of 4 angry Leviathan players. They instantly smoke up, looking to push forward. Healing Ward may have given away their position, but Shibby, he's the one up on the front. Shackle shot over onto Slayer. With that power shot forward, they're going to try and catch up to him, and there we go. Blink into Omni Slash, and Juggernaut has the damage. Slowly but surely taking him over until the back comes in from Sovereign. The Dark Steer keeping the DK alive. A courier though drops until the vacuum wall comes through with a Death Ward. Grave up and the stun. Catches them both, Shackle and Kick. And this is Enemy dropping like flies, one by one. Slayer, though, is still staying alive somehow, keeping himself going as Ziz is the one to die. They didn't have the finishing blow as Leviathan are being chased now. Past the tier 1 mid, Night Stalker gets Jenkins and Nusham. Time to roll. Time to hide.
Oh,
time
nice
to
stop.
die. No time to ride.
You lack discipline. Now, life.
You did it.
Yeah.
Nicely executed then. So. But either way, no, that is something that their lineup loves, right? Like the survival, the sustain. You got the Witch Doctor, you got the Dragon Knight, he's just living it up, man. Full points in the Dragon Blood. We've seen plenty of people going for this lately. Who needs the stun anymore? It's all about that 12 health regen, 12 armor. Surviving through Magnetize, surviving by through Doom. And just like we thought about the Ice Blast being a pretty big counter to the DK, of course, it's equally works the opposite way when you have Dragon Blood versus Doom and the Magnetize. Like every time you just feel like, oh, we're gonna get him this time, and oh, we're gonna get him this time, and without that burst factor, it just becomes multiplicated like over time. And you can clear up the stack with the new and improved cleave damage as well.
Yeah. I don't know if this is confirmation bias or something, but I swear every time I see someone walk into the pit and there's like 3 seconds until Roshan respawns, they walk out of the pit and they go wander off somewhere. Witch Doctor walked in, walked out, 2 seconds later Roshan's alive, and you're sort of thinking, well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Maybe BSJ just puts himself in there. Don't get that next Aegis. He needs it.
Yeah, and of course having their eyes on it, always handy with that Helm of the Dominator, and yeah, he's just opting for the same stuff. Gosh, into the SMY with his blink and everything like that, and he's just gonna boss right on doing his creep.
Oh, that's cheating.
Stealth mode.
That's cheating. You're not meant to be able to do this.
They're in the area though for Shibby, and of course the power shot.
Healing Ward scouts it. Healing Ward goes in and sees this BSJ Roche attempt. Invis up though for Frozen. One of the stop around is going to give a little bit of vision here up on the Hassel on the Wind Ranger, but backs himself up mid lane. This blinks aggressively into the enemy jungle, while defensively away from the enemy heroes. He's not going to find any creep camps though. And staying around is incredibly dangerous. There's an Invis Night Stalker right on top of your head. Back. He goes for the naked TP without spinning here. He's dead.
Fear quiets magic.
Void into silence.
Has his chance.
Wall is dropped. Ziz can spin, but can he? Nope, nope. BSJ BOTs. That top creep wave. 5 to 11, 23 minutes in, and that's an SNY done for this Ursa now. Enemy. Their strength. Blinds, I mean, they look pretty damn good. Aghanim's is halfway done for the Witch Doctor. And the Night Stalker Midas coming towards point booster and 1200 gold again.
Well, with those one team fights and bounties and everything like that, he'd probably just have an Agnums, but of course, this will propel him a little bit further on top of that, so we'll move their way into the tower. I don't even have a Dragon Knight, they can still take these down. Player's busy pushing at the mid lane, no one is here to defend on the side of Leviathan, and until Shibby has, like, we saw an amazing shackle, right? He can cancel the Death Ward, get the Dragon Knight attached to the Witch Doctor, but couldn't get anything out of it with a Blink Dagger, and I'm expecting that to be the next key factor here for them as well.
No, that's not where you want to be. Stunned up and Death Warded down. The Grave comes out. The Dazzle. But the Doom turnaround isn't really going to do too much. BSJ does not give a damn. He's going to run himself back. Get healed up by Witch Doctor. Be just fine, and I can definitely see a re-engage coming out here from Sovereign. The mech, they've got the blink away, the Omni Flash does jump straight onto the Dark City, stunned forward, not going to keep up to anyone, but BSJ onto that Dazzle. Now he turns, knows the Grave is down, Jenkins gets the stun out, but this BSJ Ursa just keeps on fighting through Jenkins, can't bounce back and forth again, the Healing Ward trying its damnedest to keep them alive. Aegis will pop. Maybe the Wind Ranger now, Shibby with another DD rune, can find the jump, Shackle dodged. There's a disjoint, Sovereign blinks away, Loomdon will be the sacrificial lamb as BSJ bails on poor little Loomdon. Till now, thinking about it, wants to go back in. Jumps in, Lucian, yeah, pretty dead. Kicks, oh, there we go. BSJ kick away, but not for long. Lucian backs back in with Shibby, Shackle shot, catches onto something, not entirely sure what, but there the damage. Maelstrom procs galore as this comes in with the hits and crits. And now you wonder, where was DK? Where was Night Stalker? The enemy gets caught with their pants down a little bit there.
931 gold to Zizzy, and 630 as well heading over to the side of Shibby, so that's massive. And he's actually going straight for the damage with the Chrysalis, but Zizzy caught out. He has the spin TP again if he wants to avoid anyone coming in. Oh, it might be close to the vacuum. Oh, ho, ho. That was in the danger zone, man. That spin was getting close.
Cutting it close indeed. Oh. Frozen Aghanims, 500 gold away. But this is the point where, you know, you were looking at Leviathan thinking, they've got the strength behind them. With Wind Ranger and Juggernaut, that they are running this dual core damage output lineup. Whereas enemy is like, okay, DK tanks up, pushes towers, he's the frontliner. Ursa is the guy that jumps in, gets the damage done. Leviathan knows that Ursa doesn't have a BKB, and he's not close to one. The fact he just finished S and Y. Going for the crit on Shibby makes perfect sense. Just shackle, do damage. You get the stuns onto him. As long as you can get the kick on one of those stones onto the Witch Doctor, because Death Ward is super annoying, honestly. That's the one thing that they've got to be super afraid of. Then you have Jenkins. Jenkins Doom. He hasn't had a major impact in the game, but he's always been there when it counts. Doom has always been available, whether it's forcing someone back so they can't fight, the Dragon Knight for instance. We've looked at situations where DK hasn't died, seen it as like a little bit of a waste that you've doomed the DK. But if you're forcing the DK to run instead of fight during Dragon Form, that's a minor win, that's a minor victory. As BSJ, I was just talking about this and, well, I don't think that is a minor victory. As middle lane, they're jumping forward, Frozen wants to kill off Shibby or do something to him, not sure. In the night time, he's on the prowl, on the hunt, looking for targets. Nusham, stunned, slowed. He's got no jump, he's got no roll, and Nusham should get taken out by BSJ. The clap, no silence. Get the Earth Spirit.
And that's top lane Zizzy.
TP.
But it's an Ursa. Oh,
BSJ?
The Lynx couldn't walk back to that cubby. That's too bad.
Round
Two narrow survivals, actually. Like, Sovereign actually blinked in trying to get the kill on Flying Zebra, but his vacuum was still on cooldown for about 2 more seconds, and that allowed him to escape, and that's where that Doom came from, is he was trying to save Zebra, and then moving on from that, of course, another narrow escape here, so they're certainly being given their opportunity here by Leviathan. Like, there definitely is a major chance for them to come back, but that back end of Doom, Dazzle, and Earth Spirit have fallen pretty far behind in terms of the net worth compared to this DK and Darkseer.
Jenkins. You've got 2,400 gold saved up, a load of money, but now you're in a load of trouble as the TP is coming in. Jenkins is denied by Night Stalker.
We were different.
I would tilt so hard if that happened to me. Did he buy anything? He bought Shadow
top lane. Yeah, he bought it, but he still didn't save any money because all his gold was unreliable, like completely. Still lost the full death cost, unfortunately. Almost 400 gold. That one hurts.
What's the reason for Shadowblade here, though?
Well, there's an Aghanim's Night Stalker, so one would think none, because he just picks up a gem.
Exactly. that was exactly my thought process as well. The only counter argument I have is like removing Dragon Blood, but it just doesn't seem worth it if you go for Silver Edge at this point on.
There's no way. I can't imagine him actually finishing that. Yeah, I don't know why it's not Shiva's Guard. Maybe just because he couldn't find any components.
He had 2,400 gold. He could have bought the Blink straight up. Shiva's Guard, I guess, yeah, you can't buy the plate mail anymore in your main base shop. Interesting. See how it fares for him. Roshan. Do we know when you're going to be back up? Come on, give me the little timer. Oh, it's up at the top. Loom done. Just saw the little yellow icon jumping around and bouncing under the Witch Doctor. I might have to clear up the creep wave as well. Nice bit of farm there for him. Right now, how are we looking overall? I've kind of dodged this for quite some time. Enemy, 5k net worth, 10k, like, experience is the big one. 10k experience, but then you're looking at, what, two Midases? And your Ursa and Night Stalker, so that's where a chunk of it comes from. But Leviathan are keeping up in itemization and farm, and I feel like this pushes them into a good spot for late game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that Daedalus is just about finished here. A short ways away here for Shibby, not opting for the buyback. Full aggression. Oh, bottom lane. As you're taking a look there.
Jenkins. Dead again. The rest of Leviathan.
Radiant's bottom
Smoke up, they'll find Slayer. Shackle not gonna catch behind him, but he looks like he's dead anyway. The weave.
It was sacrificial.
They're giving away the darks here. And that's the one to fall. That's his dragon form down for a decent amount of time as well.
I hope you didn't have any plans for later tonight.
Why?
Because I feel like this one's going to be going on for quite a while. Both teams bouncing back and forth. No concise team movements as of yet. Consistently waiting on Roshan. We already got like the long spawn too.
It's 10 past 4 here. So my plan for tonight, I actually wanted long games to run into like 5 or 6 a.m. so that I could leave the studio, get on a bus and go home, and maybe go to like a bakery and get breakfast and, you know, home and sleep or something. Because
you might get your wish.
Like, let's say the game ends in 10 minutes, right? The game ends in 10 minutes, it takes me like 15 minutes to walk to the bus stop, and by that time I will have missed my bus. So I'll have to wait another half an hour for a bus, because the night buses are going. They only go once every half an hour. There will be nothing open for me to eat, so I'll be in a position where I get to do none of what I want to do. But if this game goes on for, let's say, another, 3 hours, which would be good for me, but also probably not so good for me, then I'd be happy and also pretty sad at the same time. I'm ambivalent on this subject. I don't know where I want this to go. Do you really think it's going to go for that long?
I don't know. Maybe not with this NKV being purchased by VSJ. I thought, I don't know. I just didn't think he'd go for it. Obviously, it crosses the mind up against the Wind Ranger, and he's had a few instances where he just barely didn't get the kill because of the evasion and everything, but I don't know. This feels like that game earlier where he just got kited around, and yeah, there's going to be more items, and the Aghanim Scepter even eventually here for the Earth Spirit. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Gonna head into Ziz,
Radiant's
Abyssal,
middle tower is under
Isham.
attack.
So is the axe done for the Earth Spirit? Yeah, it is. Just fresh, about to be delivered. In comes Shadowblade, this is going to be their form of initiation. Jump on someone with a Doom. As you try and aim for Darkseer, stop the back wall coming out, stop the Greaves. Infight utility from Darkseer, incredibly important. But look at this Frozen with Axe Gem. They've found the Dazzle. He will die.
Right. Okay.
It was a little bit sloppy, but dies in the end, that's all that matters. VSJ finds Roshan alive once again. Aegis and cheese, you have slots for it. You can drop his Midas for Aegis.
Time to ditch that MKV out as well. Alright, well this is a big fight. This is where either MKV pays off or it's a massive disaster, and obviously don't need to build defensive with the Aegis. He's thinking, oh, they destroy the tower though, so he loses the TP. It might not matter though.
Ability to walk himself over. He's going down to bot lane. Ziz is already out there, and Jenkins, VSJ knows he's here now, but he can't blink forward with the Scorched Earth up. Slayer can't get in range of the stun, the drag back into the stone, kick out Anusha.
Oh my god.
Look at that freaking ability. Now he rolls with the TP and he's escaped as well.
I can't believe there wasn't an alt chat after that. I'm actually shocked. Where is the question mark, Newsham? You disappoint me.
You thought you could kill us? Again. It's the swap without the dangerous part of putting yourself into the position you know swap someone out of. It's the drag into kick. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely crazy stuff.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Setsu gonna drop towards mid. Yes, Jay. Ursa Shackle. Again, not catching a tree behind. And the Ursa just runs straight towards the Wind Ranger. Pops Wind Run, but again, it does not really
Radiant's
matter.
middle tower has fallen.
MKB up. You're looking at Iron Shell as well. Iron Shell Ursa is a scary beast no matter what period of the game you're in. If you're a Dazzle, you're gonna get mowed down.
I like the patience that they're exhibiting here. You know, get a tower, get out. Everybody just chill. Maybe wait for at least a defensive item on BSJ. At least have that buyback or the BKB waiting in someone's arms maybe for once you lose the age. Would be pretty great. There's that Shiva's guard.
Who needs
On the other
defensive
side.
items?
No, let your Dragon Knight just tank it all up with his fancy BKB and everything like that. And
15 HP regen a seconds. No problem, no problem. Oh, Newsham sitting behind Ziz a little bit here. Get out this Juggernaut, because the rest of enemy, I think they're looking towards this top lane. The Iron Shell's up, DD on Sovereign. Dark's here with DD. Yeah, still a fair chunk of damage, it's not an amazing amount. Ziz drops the healing ward. Allowed to do it, but the back into the death ward. Gloom done. Still not Aghanim Scepter, but it doesn't matter with the cask bouncing between the two of them. Jug and Earth Spirit both drop. Big pair of kills there. The rest of the Leviathan, I thought they were prepping to fight it. It looked like they were baiting, but they were just so far away.
it's so risky to try a play like that and to go out that far, even as a duo up against the Night Stalker. It can just fire back on you so hard. Like you saw the lockdown of the silence. Obviously, it's max level thanks to this Midas. So the 8 full seconds whenever he wants to pop that little ultimate of his. And this is going to be very costly. They will have the Earth Spirit back for the Rax defense, but Zizzy will probably have to buy back. Because he is Abyssal. Yeah, he has to buy back here.
You have 2 minutes left on Aegis. This is go time now for enemy. Frozen walks up to the front lines, give vision up onto the high ground. Slayer, Dragon forms up. Oh, blink forward. BSJ wants blood. He wants Jenkins. This Doombringer popped his Ghost Scepter. That's a good shackle shot. Aegis will get popped here unless the greaves and heals come through. BSJ's still alive. The Voodoo Restoration will keep him flowing as well. Slayer keep pummeling into that tier 3. Chibi tries to get some damage down, but BSJ fails. Blink pats, but not going to catch anyone. Now turn to the stone form. The Grave of the Jenkins, but back. There's no wall, but the Death Ward is here. Damage on the Newsham is now Jenkins, still in the Ghost Scepter form, but dead, down and out. Shibi stunned and crushed by BSJ's big bear claws. An enemy, they take down 3. Looking for the tier 3, looking for the 4th. This? Where did he come from? In the middle of 5 enemy heroes, somehow. One thing to take one down, but Leviathan, I think it's all over. The buyback from Juggernaut won't really do anything. He's got no ultimate, and he is going to get absolutely annihilated there by enemy's heroes. A Rax will fall, and GG well played will be called. Enemy come back from a 2-0 stomping by Complexity to defeat Leviathan 2-0 themselves.
Really impressed. I mean, it's a team that's been together for a while, obviously in Leviathan, and Enemy showing up today, playing some really good games. And I like it. Like, people talk about, maybe it is a little bit of a shallow hero pool from BSJ. Like, we've seen him always going for this Ursa, the Slark, the PL, and stuff like that. But it worked out. In a game where I seriously did not see the Ursa working out all too well, they managed to get it going. A little bit of control. Fury swipes damage. And I got to give it up to Frozen.